Hi, this is Ivan Misner, founder of BNI, and I'm here with John Maxwell. This is part of the video series for BNI members. And John, this is a question that's really aimed at entrepreneurs and the sweaty palm syndrome of having a conversation with an employee or somebody that you're leading that's just not making it. They're not doing it. And you have to have that conversation with them. Talk about that a little.
Well, somebody asked me about difficult conversations, and I said the reason they're called difficult conversations is because they're difficult. If they were easy, we'd call them easy conversations, and we'd already have them. In my early days as a leader, I did not do this well. I just put off, or I just ignored. And you know as well as I do, if you ignore the situation, the situation it just festers until you had something small and now you got something big that's negative. So very quickly I realized that I wasn't doing it right. And I really received some good mentoring advice from another leader who was very successful. And he shared with me, John, you've got to have what he called upfront expectations. You've got to sit down. Ivan, if you're here to join the team, you and I have to sit down at the beginning and not only talk about how wonderful it's going to be to work together, but the challenges of working together. And I need to talk to you, and I need to say, okay, when we have a problem, how are we going to fix that problem? Let's get a game plan here. And what I learned was this, that if I place the expectations on the front end, that we're going to have problems we're working through, there are going to be difficulties, it's not always going to be fun, it's not always going to be good. And I set that expectation on the front end. When it happens, you and I don't think that something's gone wrong, we just think it's life.
Yeah.
And so now we can go back into the conversation because I've already said we're going to have that conversation. So you're expecting, I'm expecting. It's not like, oh my gosh, I got surprised we had this conversation. I think it's very important. What was it? Max Dupree said, the first responsibility of a leader is to define reality. And I think upfront expectations is the reality of a relationship, that we're going to have issues and we're going to have problems. And the only way to fix them and go forward is for us to be men, women, people of maturity, to face them, talk about them, and work our way through them.
Right. And as you do that, you have to do it, I believe, more like Mandela than Attila.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I like that.
You gotta be diplomatic. You got to work with them. I like to call it the 5 words of service. And that is, you set the expectations and then say, how can we help you achieve those?
Yeah.
And then listen to what they have to say. Sometimes they'll tell you they can't do it. And then it's easy to open the door.
I like the question, Ivan, because it does give them a way to talk about the tough things that won't come up if you don't ask that question. I like that a lot.
Great. John, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.